3. We're going to talk about last week's game against the Smet. Big win for us.
We're going to talk about some legacy games, and then we're going to talk about the future. So, game this Friday against Burke.
Absolutely. All right, so first we're going to start off. Angelo Walker had one heck of a game. 181 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, had some tackles on defense, just absolutely putting in the work, setting the standard for the season.
Yep, also a ton of receiving yards. I have a slot receiver and running back screens. Give credit to the O-line with good blocking the whole game. Containing Titan Davis, 4-star defensive end. Did really good about that.
Yeah. I think we did a good job of not running to his side at all. Kind of opening up some holes for our running backs to run through. We did a great job. Also, Henry Trzynski had a pretty good game. First touchdown of the game was a pick 6 from him, and then he wasn't even supposed to really start. He was kind of one of those guys that they kind of just tossed in there to fill in the role since we've had a couple injuries, but he's really come up strong. He had one heck of a game. Pretty excited to see what he's going to do this year. He had a lot of tackles in open field. He did a great job.
Yep. All right, next one is Nico Komick being a big part of the defense.
Nico Cosmic. Huge part of the defense. Kind of had that pick off to kind of secure the win for us there in the fourth quarter. He had one heck of a game. He played a little receiver too. I don't know how many yards he had, but
had a couple of receptions.
He had a couple of receptions. He did good.
Yep.
And that's another junior who's becoming a bit of a leader on the team. He did a great job.
Yep. Next one is Sheldon Galladay. You know, he played. We saw his senior leadership last week and against the Smet. Got a ton of receptions, a lot of PA rollouts. He also got a receiving touchdown, which you don't see much with our run-heavy offense, but you could really see how he could be a really versatile piece of this offense this year.
I heard something that was like our first receiving touchdown in like
a couple years.
That's wild. That is
sure,
wild.
Yeah.
There was a throw to the sideline where he baptized a kid.
Yeah.
Sadly, wasn't a catch, but either way, heck of a game.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jonah. All right, so how did we do on those 3 keys that Yonk talked about last week? I feel like we did a good job.
Yeah.
We controlled the turnovers. Did we have any turnovers?
We had one Lammers threw an interception, but it was fine. We didn't end up hurting us.
Yeah.
The other one, tackling in space. We did good at that for about 90% of the game. Only time I'd say we struggled with that was coming out at half. We came out a little flat. They scored 3 touchdowns and tied it up, but after that we locked back in and ended up winning the game.
Yeah, I feel like we did, like you said before, we did a really good job also containing that defensive line with that 4-star Titan Davis. I was really impressed by our offensive line. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Looking at the size they had compared to us was a little intimidating at first, but as soon as the game started, I was like, oh, we got this.
Yeah.
Like, we looked good right off the bat.
And then his last key to success was controlling the clock on offense. I think they did a very good job at that, running different running plays the whole game, run a little bit of wildcat with Angelo, putting middle linebackers in on offense like Mike DeVero to block. I think we did really good. Just saw a bunch of different parts of the playbook that we used.
Yeah.
It was really well.
Kind of a new chapter for us in our offensive. I know we had said that we had a new offense coordinator. That's not true. It's still the same offense coordinator as last year. I think he's just running a lot more new plays compared to he was last year.
Yeah. New quarterbacks.
New quarterbacks coach.
So between him, Yonk, and Bober, they're all coming together, and Sinnott, wide receivers coach, they're all coming together and calling the plays together.
Yeah.
So
I think our quarterback Lammers looked really good.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a couple, but it's also his first time starting.
Yeah.
At the varsity level. So
he did really good in our offense.
Yeah, he's a really big key part to us this year. I feel like he's gonna have a great season. 6'3", 190s. I mean, he's a big dude.
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked good this year.
This game.
So far this year, he's looked good through what? Blue, white, and then this. All right. Some predictions for the game against Burke this week. I think it's one of those games where we can't get complacent. We're coming off a big win last week against a really good team, but we still have to get the small wins.
We still have to get better each week.
Exactly. We can't get complacent.
We can't just stay at that week 1 win against a Smet. If we just keep relying on that and just thinking back to it, we're not going to do good. We got to move forward and just stick to ourselves on these smaller games.
Absolutely. Stay within ourselves. Don't let the lights get too bright. I mean, coming off a big win, there's a lot being said about you
Yeah.
compared to people look at us on how we were last year, and then they're looking at this first game from this year, and they're seeing the difference. And everybody knows that we have a chance to have a really good season.
Yeah.
We can't get complacent.
We got to keep the mantra of prep as nobody.
Yep. Prep has nobody. That's what they've been saying. Everybody's been saying we don't have that many guys who are good. It's like prep has nobody.
Yeah.
Anyway, some predictions from the Burke game. I think we're going to get up big in the first half, and then we got to keep our foot on the gas. I think that's kind of what we had a problem with against the Smet is we got up big, and then we let them score 21 unanswered.
Yeah, we got very complacent. I think this week they'll really focus on that. We'll come up big at half, and then we'll just keep scoring. And I think my prediction is that the defense will have 2 turnovers, fumble and an interception. Both will score on.
We had some pretty key interceptions, and like that DeSmet quarterback, he wasn't even bad.
No,
It's just-
he was big.
He was a big dude. He didn't. Was that the same quarterback as last year? Or was it a different guy?
Different guy.
Okay, so it's probably also his first time starting.
But we did good.
He
We contained him.
I think Lammers looked better.
Yeah.
But I'm also biased because Lammers is our quarterback.
Lammers did look better.
Some 3 keys to beating Burke this week are we got to control turnovers, which I feel like we did a pretty good job with against DeSmet. And they're a better looking defense than Burke.
Yeah, for sure. Way bigger sized.
Faster. I mean,
Yeah, just-
they have guys who are committed to Michigan,
Yeah.
and Burke. I haven't really heard much about Burke.
Yeah,
So-
but we still gotta
People have been
gotta-
saying that about us too, but we look good. So
focus on this game though. We can't. It could be a trap game for all we know.
yeah. Another key to beating Burke this week from Coach Yonk is getting tackles in space. I feel like we definitely struggled with that towards the second half, like you had said. It's definitely one of those things. You can't let somebody get open field. I know they've probably got some weapons on their offense, but I mean, Jonah, what are you doing? Other than that, sorry. Lost my train of thought.
Yeah, let's focus on this second one, tackling in space. Young mentioned that this week and last week. I mean, the same with turnovers, but I think that shows that those two are like really important all season long. If he's going to mention them week by week, I think that's something they've probably preached all summer into the fall camp, and that's just something that is really important to keep the game within ourselves, especially too.
I think one of the things is that we're kind of adjusting to is we had a pretty good D line last year.
Yeah,
I think we still do.
it's
If
just
not,
a little bit different.
it's if anything, it's even a little better. We've
Yeah.
just been dealing with some injuries.
But I feel like guys are more bought in this year.
Guys are a lot more bought in. It's just I'm worried about stamina on our defensive line because during the DeSmet game we saw a lot of this.
A lot of
Lot of
players
that.
checking in. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta just we'll be fine. It's just I think we're definitely adjusting to not always having our number one guys on the defensive line and having to do more in like pass protection compared
Yeah.
to what we were doing last year.
Yeah, just a little bit different look at it. Then the last key to success from Coach Yonk was keeping the intensity up as it was last week versus DeSmet.
Absolutely. We can't roll into this week thinking that it's just not a big game for us. Like this game is just as important as the Smet, and I think that's probably something he's going to be hammering into the guys all week. That he's like, you gotta keep your eyes on the prize. You want to win this game no matter what, whether it's a dogfight and it's touchdown for touchdown or
It's a blowout.
it's a blowout.
You never know.
You never know, but at the same time, you're going to be chasing that blowout. You got to keep your foot on the gas no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, it's the first game that we have against a Metro team, so there's still a little bit of that adrenaline coming into it.
Absolutely. I feel like there's some mystery around Burke and kind of what they have. You never really hear anything about their football team going into the season. And then last season, I was even a little surprised by them.
Yeah, they have some sneaky pieces, that's for sure. I mean, they've always been a competent team. I think they always highlight their prep game each season because, I don't know, it's prep. I feel like everybody does that. But
We play at
especially
their field.
Yeah.
Well, they play at our field.
This year it's an away game though.
I mean, it is an away game for us this year, but
And it's always early in the season, so I mean, adrenaline will still be high because it's pretty much our first Metro game, so
yeah,
it'll be fun.
it was a fun game last year against them too. I know we played at Westside, right?
Yeah, West Side.
Westside neon theme. I remember our defense had a heck of a game. Jacob Ruby, we don't have him anymore, but
He ran all over
at the
him.
running, he ran all over him.
So I'm excited to see what running back group will do this week.
Yeah, we got Angelo,
Jake Carney
Jake Carney.
had a touchdown.
Heck of a game for the
Yeah.
kid. Every single time he's a big physical kid. He did a really good job of like when he would find a hole and he'd start getting like as soon as they'd wrap him up, we'd keep pushing him forward. Like
Yeah, they scored that touchdown.
size wise, we were way smaller than that DeSmet defensive line.
But we were hungry.
We were more hungry, and every single time there was like a scrum, they call it. Like
Yeah.
that's what they call it in like rugby. Every time there was one of those, we would push our guy forward. I just know a little bit about rugby. That's all I know. I feel like we did a good job of like our physicality is on another level than it was last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Coach Clausen and Yonk did a very good job with that this summer. Just getting the kids in the weight room, getting them bought in, and getting them a lot stronger than last year.
Yeah. I think one of the things they've gotten a lot better of is even for baseball lifting, Coach Clausen has been talking about like holding us accountable,
Mhm.
like no matter what. I feel like that's kind of on another level with the football team because, I mean, just as much as it's important for baseball, I feel like strength and conditioning is that much more important for football. Like, it's a strength-based sport. It's contact. I mean, you got to be physical
Yeah.
either way.
I mean, it was obvious. We saw it last week. I think the football team has a big chip on their shoulder, and I think they're for sure playing like it, and they're still staying composed and with themselves, and I think it's really paying off. Everybody's buying in way more compared to last year.
Yeah. I got a hot take for this week.
What
I
is it?
think Lammers is going to have 3 passing touchdowns.
I think he's going to have a big rushing game.
Really?
Yeah. He had a rushing touchdown last week against the
did.
Smet.
I'm more curious to see what he's got passing wise.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
we saw glimpses of it against the Smet, but we didn't really see what he's got.
my hot take is they're going to open up the playbook a lot for this game, passing wise.
Yeah,
I think Sheldon will have a huge game this week.
I agree. How many yards do we think he's going for?
At least 100.
I think he's got more than that.
We'll see.
We will see. He did really good against
The
the
Smet.
Smet. I know it
Had a
got a little chippy towards the end, but he did a great job. I
Yeah.
mean, he's big. I mean, he's built like a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like he's got the build. He's quick. I know he runs track in the spring. He's very fast, and then he's also got the length, so he can catch balls that maybe aren't as easy to like get to. All right, is that
I
it?
think that's it, yeah.
All right. So thank you for listening. We'll be back with episode 4 next week.
See ya.